Hello again, folks. So, welcome to another episode of me reading this book, The Overthinking Cure by Nick Crenton. So, before we start, I just really wanna express myself because I don't know how to feel about this year's WrestleMania. It just doesn't feel like WrestleMania. It feels like any other any other PLE other than WrestleMania. Some someone some people say that it feels like SummerSlam or maybe even less. But I think a lot of professional wrestling fans agree that it doesn't feel like WrestleMania. So that kinda sucks. However, yeah, John Cena, 17-time champ. Good for him. He deserves that. And there's still good things happening. I know that I know that this isn't a wrestling channel or this isn't a wrestling channel anymore. I think before I was going for it, then I just wanted to talk about a lot of things, then decided to talk about psychology because it is a big part of my life. I maybe one day I'll talk about wrestling in another channel, maybe, and also about the NBA playoffs round one. Really good. I hope the Clippers will have a healthy Kawhi all throughout the playoffs, and Jimmy Butler already showing why he's called Jimmy Buckets and playoff Butler, playoff Jimmy. And now he's doing it with stuff, and that is a scary team. So anyway, let's go back to the topic at hand. Last time we stopped at find your values. Now we will continue with take committed action. Finally, when your values are clarified and you're aware of them, you can engage in the final process, committed action. No, this is not just any old action, but valued action. Action without conscious inspiration or purpose is useless at best and harmful at worst. You can act, though, in any moment if you have enough conscious awareness to be guided by your values. But it's up to you to give your actions shape and meaning. Perhaps you decide that you're going to find out as much information about your cancer diagnosis as possible, keeping informed and proactive, and taking responsibility for your own health rather than allowing fear and panic to take over. Perhaps you get down a journal and note some questions to discuss with your doctor, or make a conscious choice about how you're going to speak to your family about your diagnosis. As you can see, the ACT approach combines awareness and acceptance and uses it to initiate conscious, value driven action that actually makes your life better. You you change your you change your relationship to your inner experience and to life itself. You give yourself more control and reduce the influence the external events have on you. When you cannot change your circumstances, the acceptance part allows you to come to terms with it. When you when you can change your circumstances, you do so from an empowered aware position and make sure that your actions reflect what ultimately matters in your life. Think of it as a way to make mindfulness more applicable and practical in everyday life, as well as more personally meaningful. Now, all of the above may seem like a lot to remember, but there is a simple way to bring the ACT approach into your life right now. So, if you can remember, ACT is the Action Commitment Therapy. Okay, so remember the ACT acronym. A. Accept your internal experience in the present moment. C. Choose a valued direction. D. Take action in that direction. For example, A. Accept. Notice that you're feeling sad and excluded by friends who have in, who have uninvited you from their event. Accept, expand, and breathe into these feelings from your observing self without judgment or avoidance. Choose a valued, oh sorry, C. Choose a valued direction. Remember that you value kindness and compassion in your relationships. Choose to forgive and forget while being kind to yourself and knowing that you have innate value, whether your friends recognize it or not. D. Take action. Call up another friend or do something else you enjoy instead, rather than dwell on the feelings of rejection. So I wanna talk more about this part of the book. Take committed action. So sometimes we do take actions. However, we don't commit to them. Maybe it happened to you guys, but I know that before this kind of stuff happens to me, wherein I read a book or I watch a YouTube video telling me how to handle rejections, how to handle sadness, how to handle challenges in life. Then I would do some of those advice that they tell me. And it is kind of an, you could call it half-ass. However, I think that's not the problem. I think the problem is, even though I'm half-assing it, I'm not committing to it on a regular basis. Because you're never gonna be perfect, whatever you do. Whatever you want to do in life, whether it's to improve yourself, whether it's a goal, whether it's graduating, making money, you're never gonna do it perfectly, or you're gonna rarely do it perfectly. And it doesn't matter if you do it perfectly or not. It matters if you start doing it and you continue doing it. And that's a mistake that a lot of people make. They do it, but they don't commit to it. They don't try to improve upon it the next day. For example, if I want to improve my physique, so at first I'm gonna start doing 5 push-ups every day, or like 5 reps of 5 basic exercises, I guess. Then on the first day, you're gonna be motivated. Then you're gonna do 5 push-ups, 5 sit-ups, 5 crunches, I don't know. But you do all of them. Then the next day, you start declining. You start doing 3. Then you start doing 5 again the next day. Then you start doing 2. Then you start doing 1. Then you don't do it for 2 weeks. Then you don't do it for 2 months. Then and never do it again. And that's a problem. It's alright if you're not doing it perfectly. You're not doing 5 crunches if you just did 3. At least tomorrow we're gonna do it 4. We're gonna do it 3.5. Does this make sense to you guys? I guess what I'm trying to point out is we need to, to commit, and we should be aware that perfection isn't a goal. Perfection isn't our goal. Our goal is to improve. And if you guys know about improving skills on a statistical aspect, it's never linear. It's gonna go up, it's gonna go down, it's gonna go way up, and it's gonna go way down. And you're gonna plateau, and you think you're not gonna improve anymore, and then you're gonna improve a little, then you're gonna decline, then you're gonna improve again. It's a roller coaster. However, if you look at your statistic in a if you take a step back and look at your progress, it's gonna be trending upwards. Even though if you won't feel it, if you won't feel that you're improving, if you don't feel like your skills are progressing, because that's how we feel. It's because most people are hard on themselves. A lot of people have the worst critics, and those worst critics are ourselves. So we just really need to commit. We need to A, accept, C, choose, and T, take action. For for someone who has a problem with socializing, maybe you could accept that you're socially awkward. You don't have to deny it. You don't have to reject it. Just embrace that you're socially awkward. And then choose a value direction. You need to choose that I'm going to improve. I want to improve on this. And then T, take action. Take a committed action in that direction. So you're gonna read books, you're gonna maybe even try therapy, you're gonna practice on family, close friends, strangers. Little by little, you're gonna improve. And that's another thing. It's not gonna be easy. Life isn't easy. There's nothing in life that is easy. Maybe there is, there are always exceptions to the rule. However, we shouldn't expect things to always be easy. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I would expect things to be hard by default. And that's okay, because hard things aren't really hard things, if you know what I mean. It's just normal. Hard things being hard, being difficult, being complex is just normal. It's just another day. You don't have to cry about it, you don't have to feel sad. It's just normal. If people get mad because you aren't good at what you're doing, then ignore them. You know, they don't own your life. You can improve little by little. Tomorrow, next week, next month, you're gonna improve. And it doesn't matter what they think, what they feel, because you're living your life. And you chose a valid direction. And if you think that what you're doing is meaningful to you, meaningful to the people you love, to broader goal that you have, then continue on. You don't have to be a prisoner of other people's judgments. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here. And there's still a lot of chapters here, or excerpts in the book. There's still a lot of reading to be done. And I hope you're gonna stick around with me until we finish this book, and then maybe I'll move on to another one. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys are doing well. I genuinely hope everyone is doing well, and just don't give up. Always continue, even though you don't feel that you're improving. You are progressing through life, and everything's going all right. So yeah, that's it. Bye.
The fuck out, DJ the tree! Please, I'm begging you.